Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to our team's opportunity call. I am so excited that you guys have chosen to. Sorry. Excited that you guys have chosen to spend a portion of your evening with us. Um, I hope you're enjoying your 7-day challenge, enjoying your pink drink, and really learning a lot from the um, the page and the post and the live testimonies that we have going on. There's a plethora of information out there. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. Tonight you'll hear incredible testimonies. You will hear how Plexus is really bringing relief to our lives and how it is literally changing the quality of our days because it's impacting our health. So just hang on, you'll get a glimpse and just understand our passion and understand why we are so excited, committed, and passionate about sharing something that we kind of all stumbled upon that has changed our life. So, I am Elena Mays. I'm a senior gold ambassador here with Plexus Worldwide. I'm also a fourth and fifth grade teacher. I blog, I create. I have 2-year-old twin girls, and I am a Texan, like a true Texan that says y'all and all kind of stuff. But I live in Houston, so a lot of us are still kind of getting through the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey down here. So things have been kind of hectic. But I started Texas back in a couple of, I want to say a few weeks after my baby girls came home from the NICU. I had them early. So they spent 13 and 14 days in the NICU. And I was completely excited. I was so thankful to have my healthy baby girls at home with me together. And it was just a really, really sweet time for me, mainly because, it's always nice to have your healthy babies, right? But I struggled with infertility for 3 years. I endured failed fertility treatments, failed adoptions, and I was just grateful and tired. Okay. And I had this baby that I desperately wanted to get rid of, but I was an avid gym. I wasn't a gym rat, but I was constantly at the gym 4 or 5 times a week. So I wasn't initially thrilled with the idea of taking supplements I never had before. And I was like, this is lazy. I just need to go to the gym. But that just wasn't an option for me at the time. So started the products, absolutely fell in love with how I felt. I had more energy. My sugar cravings had completely gone away. And I'm the girl that picks up 2 and 3 bags of candy at the checkout and like eat them on the way home, right? My bloating was gone. I lost my belly. I struggled with endometriosis, which kind of caused my infertility. So I had really painful, long, heavy, horrible cycles. I do not have painful cycles anymore. And I was just feeling good. I was okay, which just would not happen prior to Plexus. So I started to share because I wanted everyone, like literally all of my friends and my family, to feel just as good as I was feeling. So fast forward 8 months, I had another life change. Marriage had been struggling for a little bit, and I found myself a single mom, a divorced mama of 10-month-old baby girls. And as a teacher, having to take care of 3 people, that was just a really difficult time. So I needed someone going to bridge the gap between what I'm learning and what I needed, right? I was constantly on edge, like literally like counting every dollar, every cent that went out of my account. I was worried about meeting basic needs, and I was just not the best mom. I was just not in a good place. And I mean, along with kind of getting over the whole divorce thing, it was just a really tough time. And I didn't want to get a second job to provide for my family, because that was even more time I was spending away from my kids, and that's just not the life I pictured for myself, and it wasn't what I wanted. So I began sharing Plexus in a different way, sharing it more consistently and passionately, because I began to understand the opportunity and what was available to me. I realized that I could literally earn an income from my phone that would allow me to not only bridge, like fill the gap, but it would overflow, right? So fast forward a year and a half, almost 2 years since, my separation from my ex-husband, and Plexus has done just that. It has caused the gap to fill, and it's done so much more. It is literally um, helped me to build this community of women and men who are on my team, who literally I had no idea who they were before Plexus. Like, I would have never met them if it were not for Plexus. And we do life together, y'all. Like, we talk every day. We are so supportive. We pour into each other. We are genuine friends. And I do not have friends like this outside of Plexus, who are like-minded, who have big major goals, who encourage me, who I'm able to encourage, and we just do the thing together. Um, I am a better version of myself. I'm constantly growing and evolving. I'm a better leader. I feel like I'm a better friend. I'm just so much more bold and confident just about going through, just trying to reach goals, right? And just conquering day-to-day life because of the growth that I've done over the past, couple of years. And literally my self-worth, my self-value, my self-esteem, all of that has been rebuilt, and I credit a lot of that to Plexus. Some of it's due to counseling, but it's just been an incredible ride. And I have gotten so much more out of it than I ever expected. Um, Life-changing income. I'm earning life-changing income. And for, some people, like y'all, 3 out of 4 people live check to check. Like, literally, they live check to check. So life-changing income would be an additional $300-400 to help them make it through the end of the month, right? To help them get from one check to the other. And I'm earning half of my monthly income with Plexus, and I'm working a lot less hours. So for me, that is an incredible blessing. And there's just a lot more, that I'm working towards. There's a lot more that's available. And I'm just so incredibly grateful that someone shared this opportunity with me, and that I'm able to share it with other people so that they can not only improve their health, but help them earn additional income if that's something that they want to do. So thank you for letting me share. I'm going to pass it over to Shamika. She's going to share her testimony and how Plexus has really just impacted her life. Uh-oh, Shamika, I think you're frozen.
Can you see? Hear me though?
Oh, there you are. We can hear you now.
Okay, great. All right, welcome everyone. This is Shamika Washington. I am a silver ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Um, I don't know if my story is as impactful as Elena, but I just started Plexus probably December of last year, really January of this year. And the reason why is I was just tired. So, I'm very close friends with Angela, and just in kind of talking with her, I would share the insomnia that I dealt with, and just constantly tired all the time, and mental fog, and eating out of control, just generally not feeling well. And so she'd been telling me about it, and I was like, okay, okay. And then one day in January, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I need to do something different. So I gave it a try. So I took my Plexus products consistently January, February, March, and so on. And I would say probably around the April timeframe is when I realized I'm not as tired. I'm not suffering from insomnia. I can actually go to sleep now. And it was just amazing. So one of the biggest benefits that I noticed, like I've only been doing it about 9 months. So I just had my biometrics with my employer, and my fasting glucose went from 107 to 85 this year, which is the lowest it's been since 2013. And the only thing I did was Plexus. So with that, I'm like, yes, so I'm going to stick with it. How I started sharing the opportunity with other people, it's been super easy. People have kind of seen the change in me and they've been asking me, what am I doing? And so I've just been sharing the opportunity and growing my team and just loving it. Um, I would say what the opportunity has done for me is pretty much allowed me to be consistent with my products. So, when you have anything with money, sometimes you're like, oh, this month I can't afford it. But, I just started sharing in June, and June was the last month that I paid for products. So the money that I've been earning from Plexus has gone to cover my monthly products and also enabled me to share. And now my children are on it and having the benefits of the products, and it's just amazing. So welcome. I hope you guys will give Plexus a chance. It's been life-changing for me so far, and I can't wait to see what happens from here. So I think the next person up to share is Stacy.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Shamika. That was your testimony is impactful, so don't ever think it's not. But my name is Stacy Lewis. I am a Silver Ambassador in the Houston, Texas area. And prior to Plexus, I was dealing with a lot of health issues. I had some gastrointestinal issues. I've always had issues, in the feminine area and very painful cycles, things of that nature. And I originally started Plexus for myself, for health benefits, because I knew Plexus worked from previous experiences. And my doctor told me that I needed to be on a probiotic constantly. And I had recently just done like a hydrogen breath test where they told me that I had an excessive amount of bad bacteria in my small intestines. And the medicine that they wanted to give me, its job was to wipe out all bacteria, good and bad, kind of like start me over. And they told me while I was taking that medicine, not to take any probiotics at that time, and to what did they tell me? Oh, it was going to cause diarrhea. Now, I also have IBS, so diarrhea and constipation is not nothing I need to incite at all on the normal. That happens just at random. So I didn't want to take anything that was going to make me have diarrhea, of course. And then on top of that, I've always had my personal feelings about the medicines that the doctors would give me because they would create a new problem while trying to cure another one. So with that being said, I probably took one pill and then a light bulb went off. Oh yeah, I remember Plexus. Plexus helps put the good bacteria in and help you, um, you know, with the bad, get rid of the bad. So I started reaching out to Moniece. She's the one who kept posting and posting on Facebook, and started asking her questions on how to get my products. And I knew off the bat that I wanted to work Plexus as a business because I know that there are other people out there other than myself who not only had health issues, but they want to lose weight as well. And got started and began to share on Facebook my journey. Just started sharing me taking the products, and people responded, and I started building a team immediately. Um, the mind blowing part about the business for me, well, first of all, the mind blowing part about me taking my products was after the first 3 days, after my products got here, after being constipated for 3 weeks, I was able to go to the bathroom. That was phenomenal for me. I was going like a normal person because my whole life has been constipation, and I would go from one extreme to the next. So to be able to go to the restroom, normal bowel movements like other people was great for me. Also, my son used to make me Alka-Seltzer water every night just to go to bed because I had really bad reflux and it would happen in my sleep. And after taking the triplex combos, what I was taking, um, he didn't have to make me. I have not had that. And I've started the business back in April, and I started taking my products on April the 8th. And since taking it, I have not picked up one Alka-Seltzer, one heartburn, anything. It's just been great and phenomenal. The other thing was I always say, oh, I'm not a sugar person. I don't crave sugar or whatever. But alcohol is sugar. And that was the one thing that was my my thing, that I like to drink my wine, my mixed drinks or whatever, and didn't realize that was helping me pack on the weight. Well, I noticed that since taking Plexus, I don't crave alcohol. Like, I have a whole bar that doesn't get touched, and that's phenomenal. People in my family have noticed that, and I didn't even pay attention to that until someone says, "Girl, you still have all this sitting up here." So it's just things like that. The other thing is that I recently discovered was ease. I had knee surgery in May, which was after I started Plexus. Fast forward, I've been in pain, and the recovery has been really slow. And I'm supposed to be able to get up and down the stairs and do just normal things by this point, but I hadn't been. And so I've had a lot of inflammation and swelling. And someone posted on Facebook, one of my ambassadors were telling me about how great Ease was because she had got it for her husband. Started taking Ease, and I kid you not, guys, I was having to go up the stairs one leg at a time, and coming down the same. I go up using both legs like normal. I can even trot up there if I need to get up there fast and come down. And I say, when I go back to physical therapy, my physical therapist will be so pleased because I can move. I have a better range of motion. Now, what it's done for me business wise, I've been doing network marketing for 20 years, and this by far has been one of the better ones that I've ever done. Um, since I've started, I've gotten paid almost every week in bonuses for just sharing Plexus with other people, and my residual income is larger in this short amount of time than it's ever been in any company that I've been in. I've been in some companies for an extended amount of time, like years even, and my residual income here has been larger than those before. So I'm excited about that because I was making this money working the business a little bit more casual. And I'm like, well, if I can make that kind of money casually, just imagine what I can do if I really just kick it in gear. So Plexus has really been a blessing to me and my family. I won't drone on and on because there's so many other testimonies. I have a new testimony every day. I mean, even with my family and what it's doing for them. But overall, it's just been a blessing. It's something that is changing my life and other people around me in my family. So I hope that, you guys take full advantage of what you have in front of you. Next, I want to invite Lacey to come and tell her testimony.
Thanks, Stacy. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
Good, good. Well, hi, everyone. I'm Lacey Fisher, and I'm a Silver Ambassador with Plexus. And just like many others, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a busy working professional, I'm a baker, and a dreamer. Despite all of that, though, I dealt with a lot of pain due to a curvature in my spine, which wasn't caught during my childhood years. And like a lot of folks, I just felt like this was something that would be my cross to bear. I would just have to deal with this every day for the rest of my life. One of the things that I dealt with, which a lot of people, when they have spine issues, one of the things I dealt with was pain that radiated from the top of my back all the way down to my tailbone every single day. And the only way that I was able to get through my days was with lots of medication. So I felt like for me to be halfway decent, for me to be able to perform at my job, that for the rest of my life, I would just have to be on medication. About 3 years ago, I heard about Plexus from my good friend Angela. And instead of trying it then, I waited and I waited and I waited because I was super, super skeptical. At the time, I also was really overweight. I was about a size 22 and really, really struggling in the areas of weight loss, cravings, exhaustion. I became a new mom about a year and a half ago. So the exhaustion and the pain just was unending. I joined my first Plexus 7-day challenge in March. And at that point, my whole entire world changed. Like I said, I'd waited for 3 years, and I finally decided to take that step. Within 4 weeks after that challenge, I had decided that I was going to take Plexus on a regular basis. And within 2 weeks of taking it, I was cutting my pain medication in half. 2 weeks later, I was completely off of pain medication, which I hadn't been off of pain medication in about a good 5 to 6 years. So that was huge. I was able to go up and down my stairs in my home without crying, and I was able to exercise again, and I was able to play with my son. And believe it or not, about 90 days in, I actually began to lose weight, the same weight I've been trying to lose for the last 8+ years. And here I am today, 6 months later of using Plexus, and I went from a size 22 to now a size 16. And I've gotten my life back. I'm happy. And you know, when you're happy, you share things. You share a lot of things about your life. You share what's happening in your life. You share what you're excited about. So I just naturally began to share my little secret, which was Plexus. I began to really share about all the things that it was doing for me. Now, one of the things that I had promised that I was never going to do with Plexus, and Angela knows that this is true, I had promised that I was never going to do this as a business because I was busy. I had a 1-year-old, I had a husband, I had a very busy job where I was constantly flying out on business trips. I had absolutely zero time for a business, right? But as I began to share, my network of people, whether it was on Facebook or Instagram, they were interested because they were like, hey, Lacey doesn't really share this stuff. We've known Lacey for a long time, and she's talking about how she's feeling better, she's sleeping better, she doesn't have all these crazy cravings. And before I knew it, my little Plexus secret became my little Plexus business. And oh my goodness, it was the easiest thing to fit into my life. It was the easiest thing for me to do. Literally on my phone is how I shared. And before I knew it, I was actually making an income. And it's been so helpful because when things popped up in the past, we would always wonder, okay, so where from savings are we going to pull this, and how are we going to put this back into savings, and have to kind of really be strategic about it. Plexus has been able to come into my life, be able to do all the things that we want to do, and continue saving for the future the way that we want to as well. And so definitely is one of the best things I've ever done for myself. Definitely one of the best things I've ever done for my family. And I absolutely positively will not turn back because it has been so life-changing. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much, Lacey, Stacy, Shamika, and Elena, for sharing your stories. Incredible stories. As you guys can probably tell, we're all passionate about Plexus, and we believe without a shadow of a doubt that these products are life-changing. And then also you heard from everyone that the opportunity, the income potential is life-changing as well. So I'm Angela Webb, Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I've been at this for a few years now. Have a husband and 3 kids, and 3 girls specifically. So my husband is in this house with a house full of women. So God bless him. Just want to share a little bit of my story, and then just kind of share a little bit more about the different ways to order with Plexus, and then highlighting one particular way as a wholesale buyer or wholesale ambassador. So our products, the reason that they're unique is because they address the 3 main issues that most Americans face, health issues specifically, and that's blood sugar regulation, inflammation, and what am I missing? Oh, gut health. That's the most important thing. I don't know if you guys know, but 80% of our immune function starts in the gut. So think of your gut as kind of like your second brain. Essentially, if your gut is out of balance, meaning that your gut should be about 75 to 80% good gut bacteria and about 20% bad, but because of our unhealthy lifestyles, the way we eat, use of antibiotics, inhaling, toxins and the polluted air, just all of those things impact the balance of our gut microbiome. And what happens is over time, that's sort of flipped. And so you have more bad gut bacteria than good gut bacteria. And then that's when you start to hear and see, all these different mystery diseases, these autoimmune disorders, everybody that you know on some type of prescription drug or 5 or 10. And so that's kind of the health crisis, the health epidemic that we're facing today in this country. And so again, because Plexus addresses those 3 issues, that is why you hear or you've heard these amazing testimonies tonight. And this is just a small, very, very small kind of portion of the literally thousands of testimonies out there of people who have, their lives have been completely transformed because of these products. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the tremendous opportunity that is Plexus, but the first thing I want to do is share the 3 different ways to order. So the first 2 are as a retail and preferred customer. So at retail, you're essentially, you're paying for the products at cost. There's no discount or anything like that. And then there's preferred, and you get a little bit of a discount, about 10%. And then I really want to highlight the wholesale option. It's kind of like a Costco membership. You go to Costco, and I think the membership annually is $55, and that gets you access to the store for a full year. And that's the same thing with Plexus. For $34.95, you get access to the wholesale prices of the products for 1 full year. There's so again, low startup cost, no obligation to sell or, meet any quotas. No inventory. So I know a lot of businesses out there, especially, a products business, you have to buy up a whole bunch of products, $1,000, $2,000. The only thing that you're on the hook for is just your own personal products that you take every month. And then the $34.95 also covers your replicated website. The amazing thing is Plexus actually, when you sign up and pay the $34.95 fee, you automatically, a website is generated. And in the event that you do decide to share these products with other people, people in your family, your friends, you simply send them your website link, and then they can go in and order directly from you. You don't have to, take any orders or anything like that. So just really, this is a really, turnkey business. I would recommend that if you feel that you can give these products at least a 60-day chance, ideally 90 days, then wholesale is definitely a good option for you. The other amazing thing is Plexus offers a 60-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. And so it's kind of like you're trying the products at the cheapest price, absolutely risk-free. So, there's no risk in it to try. And then the last thing I want to share is you actually, unlike a lot of network marketing businesses where you have to build a team to make any money, Plexus is not that way. We have a really rich compensation plan, and there are 11 different ways to earn with Plexus. And so I know people that, they just want to get their products paid for, like a couple of the ladies said here. And you can do that very easily within, your first few weeks, 30 days, if you really get started strong. And so, or you could, kind of build residual wealth and get all the way up to one of the top 3 positions in the company, earning, 100K or more. And so the opportunity with Plexus is truly, limitless. The sky is the limit with this business. And ultimately, I just hope that, you all really invest in yourselves and invest in your health. And this is a really, really great option to do that, to kind of start on your health journey. And so that's all I have. Before we end the call, I wanted to see if you guys had any questions, anyone, about anything that was shared tonight or any of the products or anything. Okay. All right. Well, y'all have a great night, and thank you so much for hopping on, and God bless and go Plexus.